Hello, and welcome to Resurrection Parish's video tutorial on Zoom. My name is Katie McAllister, and I hopefully will be able to teach you some of the new and exciting ways that you can interact with Resurrection on Zoom. It is our hope that through these tutorials that you will be able to learn more about Zoom, to become more comfortable with it, and thus be able to participate in some of the opportunities that we will be offering virtually, especially in the Lenten season of 2021. If you're not familiar with Zoom, a little background information. Zoom is an online video conferencing system that allows individuals, groups, whoever to meet virtually online wherever they have an internet access or phone service. So when you're looking to participate in a Zoom, there's a couple things that you're going to need to make sure that you have. The first one is you're going to need some type of device. Now, if you have a laptop with a built-in camera, you are ready to go. If you have a tablet like an iPad, you're also ready to go. If you have a desktop computer, most of these computers might not have a built-in webcam. If that's the case, you're going to probably want to look at purchasing a webcam that can be easily plugged into your computer. If none of those are an option for you, I'll also go over how you can just use your telephone, either your cell phone or a landline that you can call in to listen and participate in the meeting. The only thing is that they won't be able to see you. Once you have your device ready to go and you're ready to sign up for the meeting, what you're going to do is you're going to contact Resurrection Parish to indicate that you're going to want to participate. Once we have that information, you will receive an email. And the email should look something like this. Now, once you receive the email from Resurrection, you will see that it is inviting you to scheduled Zoom meeting. Underneath that, it will give you the topic of which you are being invited to. It'll also give you the date and the time, just as a reminder of when this Zoom will take place. Underneath is the important piece, is this link. This link will take you directly to Zoom and launch the meeting. Now, if you do not have a device that will allow you to have a camera or maybe you need to use your phone, that's going to be down here in this information. Now, down here, you're going to be able to call one of these numbers. There is a Chicago number. There is these numbers up here. What you do is you dial the number and you'll be prompted to enter the meeting ID, and that's going to be this number. Then it's going to ask you for a passcode, and that's going to be this number. Once you do that, you will be brought into the meeting and you'll be able to listen and to speak during the meeting, but you won't be able to be seen or you won't be able to see the others. Once you click the link in the email, a new internet browser will pop up. This internet browser is going to be asking you if you want to open the Zoom meetings. Now, if you've never opened a Zoom meeting before, you're going to want to actually install the app onto your computer or onto your device. What you will want to do is you'll actually want to cancel this. And down here it says, don't have Zoom client installed, download now. Once you click that, a new download will pop up down here. You're going to want to launch this and actually install the program, just like you would install any other kind of program. So I have a protection on here, so I'm going to, say I want to download. and it'll install. Once it's installed, you'll be able to click Launch Meeting. This pop-up will pop up again, and you're going to open Zoom Meetings. Once you launch the Zoom meeting, you'll notice that a new window will pop up. It will be a video preview. This will be asking you if you want to join with video. You can join without a video if you wanted to stay anonymous. I'm going to click Join with Video. Once you do that, you will notice that it will say, please wait, the meeting host will let you in soon. On the administrative side, the person running the video or running the Zoom will admit you. Once the host lets you in, you'll be able to choose how you want to use your audio. You can use the computer audio if you have a built-in microphone, or you can call in if you do not have a built-in microphone. I am going to use Join with Computer Audio. Now that you're in the actual meeting, there are a couple of things that you're going to need to know. Depending on how the host sets up the meeting, you may notice that you don't have a camera. So if you look down here where it says video, I can stop my video and my camera will actually turn off. If I click it again, there it is. It'll start again. So this is a great way to kind of monitor if you need to step away from your computer, or as I said before, if you get into the Zoom meeting and you don't have a video. So you can turn it off and you can turn it back on. The other important thing to do is about muting. Right next to the stop video is the mute. So you can mute and unmute. And that way, if you need to have a side conversation or there's background noise, that you can mute yourself without disturbing the rest of the meeting. A great thing to do is, depending on the type of meeting, is to just automatically mute yourself. And if you need to say something, you can actually press your space bar to unmute. So I'll show you. So I'm going to mute, and you can't hear me. Well, you can hear me because I'm using this, but the Zoom participants can't. So I'm actually going to press my space bar, and now you can see that I'm temporarily unmuted. So now I can talk to the Zoom and they'll be able to hear me, and as soon as I let go, I'll be back to muted. The great way that you can tell that you're muted is right here under next to your name, and it's going to show up that you're muted. Another interesting thing to know about in Zoom is your views. So up here in the upper right hand corner is something called View, and you have two options. Right now we're in Gallery View where we can see all the participants. If you hit View, you can do Speaker View. And what that will do is it'll show who's speaking. And so you only focus on who is talking. I prefer the gallery view because it's a little bit more interactive and you can kind of see what's going on. Another fun thing to do is to do chat. Now chat, if I click that, once that pops up, I will be able to chat either with the whole group, whoever's in the Zoom meeting, or I can send a little message to anybody individually. So here's my chat. Down here it says to everyone. So I can type a message, hello everyone. And it'll go to everyone, and everyone's will pop up. They'll get a little notification down in their chat. If I wanted to just message one other person, for example, it's only going to be one other person in this one, I can do just host, or all members would be showing up here. So I can say hello, resurrection. And this will be a direct message right to them, and it will just go to that person. Some other cool things, you can also either close or pop out. Okay. Some fun things to do on Zoom is, this will only really work with a computer. If you go to the little caret, these are down here in the stop video, there's this little caret. And when I do that, I have a couple of fun things I can do. I can do a virtual background, and I can actually pick, depending on what your background looks like. If you notice, my background was pretty one color. That's just my wall. I don't have any decorations on it. The more decorations, the more things you have on and behind it, the harder it's going to show up. But I can go to San Francisco. I can be a tiny little ant in the grass. I can be on outer space. This one I love. I can be on the beach. That's where I kind of wish I was right now. And that kind of fun stuff. So I'm going to go back to none. Then there's also video filters, and this is really fun. In video filters, I can pick some things that I can kind of put around my frame. So here I can say that I am on TV. I can put some Christmas lights in my decorations. There's also, if you go lower, there's some of these cool things to kind of put over your face. So if I wanted to look like a reindeer, I could look like a reindeer. I could also put on my mask for COVID. I could pretend I'm sleeping. I can act real smart and look like I have a smart hat on. Look like a bandit. So those are just some fun things that you can do. Just make some interesting time. So I'm going to go back to none. All right. So that is the basics of Zoom. A lot of times that when we're in Zoom, if you need to leave the meeting, you can actually leave the meeting and you'll be able to leave. Sometimes if your audio or your video isn't quite working, what will happen is it's best to just leave the meeting, and then using that same process you came in, find the email, click the link, and you can come back into the meeting. I think that's it. Oh, there are some reactions. So quick reactions. If you hear something that you like in the meeting, you can clap and it'll show up right there. If you love it, your vote no. You can also raise your hand, and that will say to the host that you want to say something. So that's always a great thing. So you can lower your hand. So these are some of the basics for participating in a Zoom meeting. I'm going to leave the meeting, and I think we should be good.